two guys you brought in for your secondary who gave you some trouble last year, Perry Fewell and Goldson. Why you brought them both here? What do you see in them?
Well, Coach Fewell brings great experience with him on his resume. One, he's a great person, very loyal guy, and two, he's been productive where he's been. He's been in a division. He knows the division, knows the opponents, knows the Giants, obviously, and great wealth of knowledge. Anytime you have a guy with experience as a defensive coordinator, we have a young defensive coordinator. You add a guy like Perry Fewell to help in that transition process, a guy that understands his role, understands football. It was a great addition for us. A lot of respect for him going against them the last couple of years, and he's a great addition. And then, of course, Goldson. He's an experienced guy. He's tough. He had some great seasons at San Francisco. Went to Tampa Bay. It might have been a little disappointing down there. I don't know. But based on his tape and his career production, we thought it was worth it to go try to get him. And Scott McCloughan did a great job to get the deal done, and we're glad we got him. Brings more experience, toughness to the secondary that we need.
Coach, this regards your wide receivers, particularly Dashon and Pierre. Are they where you want them to be? Do you think, are they in the shape you want them in? Are they more comfortable? Are they running the offense better in the year two?
Well, I'm impressed with, especially Pierre. Pierre's been every day. He's working his tail off, doing a great job. Dashon's missed some time, some personal things and things he had to do. But he came out here today and looked sharp, looked fresh, looked focused, knew what to do, and looked fast. And he finished practice without any hiccups. So it was good to see. Those guys are two great players on our offensive football team, and we're going to demand a lot from them. Are they where we want them to be at this point? Close, but we're always striving to get better. Everybody is. And those guys really work extremely hard at practice, especially Pierre does a great job.
There's a lot you can't tell in this phase where you're not wearing pads. What can you tell? What are you really looking for when you review the tape and look at the practices?
Well, you're looking for fundamentally sound football, both sides of the ball. Defensively, you're looking for your gap security. You're looking for people running to the football, knowing where they're supposed to be, not giving up any big plays, obviously, and no penalties, no foolish penalties. So there's a lot you can look at. Obviously, the pump, the thud, the shed, and all that things, the tackling, you can't see, but you can emulate it. You can get your body in the right position. All those things you need to do is from a pursuit angle standpoint, from breaking on the football. You can do all that. There's a lot you can look at. And offensively, same thing. You can't really drive the defender off the ball, but you can get your pads down. You can get your feet moving, going in the right direction, getting up to the next level in the running game, receivers blocking the right people, and, of course, route concepts, reading routes versus coverage you can get a lot out of.
What are a position or two where you can tell a lot at this phase, and one or two where you really can't tell much at this phase?
Well, I think receivers, skilled guys, receivers, defensive backs, safeties, especially in the passing game, you can see a lot. Unfortunately, offensive line, defensive line in the trenches, we're telling them to come off the ball, but it's more of a thuddish type thing, and it's you can't really finish blocks. You can't really shed people like you want to, based on the rules of the CBA. So it's difficult for them. But still, the pursuit angles are important. The right gaps, getting in the right gaps, combination blocks by our offensive linemen are still good to see. But really, you can still tell a lot in the passing game with the receivers, defensive backs, tight ends, backs.
Red zone has been an area where the offense has struggled for a little while now, and it seems like things still aren't quite in sync in these practices that we've been able to see anyway. What's it going to take? What are you guys focusing on to get that sharp down there?
Yeah, well, red zone has been a struggle a little bit, so it's something that we are continuing to focus on. Every practice we'll have some version of red zone in, working on it. But obviously, running the ball more effectively will be very helpful. The play actions off of that will be very helpful. There's a lot of plays that you can run if you stay in positive down and distances. You get in third down in the red zone, it's difficult. You get all out pressure or you get people dropping 8. Very difficult, so it's important for our quarterbacks to see throws and anticipate throwing windows are going to be tight. And then when they drop 8, keep the plays alive and move around. But all that comes with experience, reps, and the more we get, Coach Barry's doing a great job of mixing up his coverages down there and his intent. So we're getting great looks and great work. It just takes a lot of practice, and we're going through the process right now.